Hey everyone, it's Haley. Welcome to Mom Life Vermont and welcome to another fun adventure of my weight loss journey. Sometimes I'm like, I'm doing really good, and other times I'm like, I need 3 large cold brews a day. Quarantine life, everyone. This video is definitely going up, hopefully well beyond the period of the initial quarantine. I hope there are not any more quarantines, lockdowns, more social distancing precautions put into place. How did your adventure go? My adventure was full of stress and crises, but very lucky that nobody in my family thus far has gotten sick, and everyone for the most part still has their jobs. Life is getting back to normal. I am back on the weight loss journey. Not that I ever got off the weight loss journey, but there was definitely a very large downward slope on the adventure. But today is my very first appointment with my nutritionist since March 13th, and now it is May 26th. It is also the first time I'll be weighing in on a scale that I was using prior to going into quarantine, before social distancing, before I fell off the tracks. I did buy a scale. There's a video, go watch it, of me buying my own personal scale. And in that video, I had gained 10 pounds since the last time I had hopped on a scale with my wellness coaches. Since then, since I've gotten back on track, things are going very well. Exercising going well. I stopped binge eating, but there's still obviously some work that can be done on the nutrition side of the house. But I'm doing good. I'm doing better. I'm working on it. My habits are coming back. This whole process, this whole weight loss journey / let's shut down the entire world / let's open the whole world back up, definitely showed me that I could very easily fall back into the habits I had before really getting into this weight loss journey last November. And it's also showed me that I was building habits. How I know that is there were some things that were easy for me to shut off, but then also easy for me to turn back on once I was getting back into it. For example, getting out and exercising, getting the steps in, those type of things were coming back fairly easy. And some of the other stuff, like eating too much, is hard. I've talked to you guys for a little bit too long here, so I'm gonna get to my doctor's appointment and we'll chat some more. I'm here. I'm at my doctor's. I'm a little early so we can continue our conversation. Obviously, well, I feel like it's hard to say. Like, is it going good? Is it going bad? I don't really know. I think today will be a good indication of, at least, am I losing weight? Where is my weight actually at compared to where it was prior to COVID starting? So I was at my lowest weight of 237 at my very last weigh-in, like 2 days before everything locked down. And when I bought my scale, it was 10 pounds heavier, and the scale had not really moved since I purchased it. Maybe a pound here. Haven't really gained weight, which is good based on that scale. And then I had like a 7-pound weight loss, like overnight on that scale. And I do know that based on where I put my scale and the levelness of the floor will dictate the weight that I get. So sometimes I feel really good when I step on it. And then when it's too high or goes too high, I'm just like, that's not the real one because it's on a bad floor. I think the scale and buying it has definitely like helped me stay on track here towards the end of quarantine, and actually like got me back on track to hopefully start running. The gym, I think, will be opening up in the next couple of weeks, which I'm super excited to get back to. One thing I've realized with not being able to go to the gym right now is I feel like I'm missing that like strength training piece of the exercising, because I can go get some really good cardio and I have like 3-pound weights, but to do like the 60-pound presses like this, or like the leg presses, all those things, I just feel like I really need to get to the gym to do that. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And I may also set up a time with the personal trainer there. His name is Nate. His last name's Yando, so I just like smushed them together. And I go to, where do I go? Duke's Fitness. There are a couple videos here on the channel regarding them, but go support them. They have a YouTube channel now, and they just post some really fun stuff, and I hope they continue to post after quarantine because they're just entertaining sometimes, even if I don't work out to them. But yeah, I'm just really excited to kind of like get back into some sort of groove. But in reality, like when I started going to the gym in the winter, I was like, the goal here is to get strength so I can start road running when the weather gets nice. And lo and behold, quarantine kind of forced me to do that. So I'm happy to say I'm road running. I'm able to do 2 miles usually of interval run walking based on the couch to 5K. My knees really hurt, which is not the greatest. My hips starting to hurt a little bit, which is not the greatest. But hopefully as I start losing weight, those exercises, those high impact exercises, become less painful. The nice thing is they don't hurt when I run, and I don't hurt like immediately after. It's usually after I've sat for a little while and then try to move, then it really, really hurts. I think we just gotta get inside. I just gotta do it and have this weigh in. So our new reality is face masks. Everywhere we go, face mask, face mask, face mask. So I'll see you. Just finished up my appointment. You know, the good news, the bad news, I don't know, is there good news? I don't think there's really that bad news either. I don't know. Well, the appointment was really, really good. It was so nice to actually like sit down in front of somebody, be able to talk to them. Like, I don't know, when's the last time I talked to somebody new? Like 12 weeks? I don't know. It's been long. It's been a long time. The appointment started off bad. And it wasn't bad because of my weight loss journey or because of this specific appointment. But today I found out that Andrew, my like exercise wellness coach, no longer works for the office, no longer works for the hospital, no longer is going to be my wellness coach. He has moved on. The hospital fired him actually because they downsized. So that, like, I mean, I cried. I don't know, I just felt like I wanted my life to get back to some sort of normalcy, and I felt like getting back to my wellness coaches, both Andrew and Lindsay, was something I was excited for, looking forward to during all of COVID. But to find out that one of them, and mind you, he emailed me like a month ago, and I just didn't email him back because I was in such a bad place, and I'd been slowly articulating an email to him and I just never sent it. Anyways, today I found out that he's gone. So I'm going to continue to working with Lindsay, who is my nutritionist and is now going to be the exercise lady. Like, we're going to do a little bit of everything here with Lindsay. And I mean, the appointment was good. It was just as if I was getting back to where I was at before. We set some goals for the upcoming week, such as let's put the water next to me. Don't even have to drink the water. If I drink the water, that's great. I've been having a really hard time. I don't know if I've told you guys, I'm talking very fast, but I have been having issues with drinking enough water, getting in enough liquids, and I usually find this out in the middle of the night after I realize that I haven't drank anything all day besides some iced coffee. I buy water. I buy bottled water, all in hopes of drinking it, and I just haven't put all the pieces together. So the goal is this week, basically, put the pieces together. As for the weight, 249 pounds, so not that off from my scale at home, actually about 3 pounds heavier than my scale at home. So I guess we're gonna go with that for my weight. I'm gonna be seeing Lindsay every 2 weeks here on out, getting back at least to this is the new normal. This is the new way of life. I'm able to get my weigh-ins. I'm able to have the support I need to get me back on track, and let's hope to stay on track. So at these appointments, we chat a lot about what's been going on and like things that are hard, things that are easy on the weight loss journey, on the food, on the exercise. Outside of putting water next to me to hopefully drink it, there were, I think, 3 other goals that I have an email on it, but 3 other goals that we worked on that I'm going to work on for the next 2 weeks. So I guess there's 4 in altogether. Put the water next to me, bring the Camelback, my brand new Camelback, with me on all of the hikes and hopefully drink that water on the regular. No more going out to restaurants, not restaurants, no going to fast food. In the last week, in the last couple of weeks, I noticed that with Kensley and I trying to get out more, that we weren't eating properly before we left, so we would stop and get something quick, which usually was McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's, and I would get a value meal of some sort and get halfway through the sandwich and be like, this was so bad, this is not what I wanted, it was terrible, it was not good. So the goal is to stop that. And the other thing was to take stock in what I have in my fridge. I have been going shopping every 2 weeks and buying food during quarantine, and I'd kind of started that before all of quarantine, was just trying to do my grocery shopping every Thursday or every payday to get my food, and that's still been happening. But the issue is I was not paying attention to the food that was in my fridge before I would go shopping, so I tend to just get more of the same stuff, or I was buying food that I was eating pre-quarantine / COVID-19 that just didn't translate well into the life that I'm leading now, such as if I bought a salad for lunch and I wasn't actually going to work, so I wouldn't necessarily need that as a lunch item, it would just go bad in my fridge. So basically the goal this week is to take stock in what I have in my fridge prior to going grocery shopping, in order to hopefully, 1, use up the good, healthy, fabulous food I have in my fridge, and 2, not continue to be wasteful with the food that I'm eating. Yeah, I don't know, I think it just went well. I'm like so happy to like get back in it. I'm so sad not to have Andrew anymore. I definitely cried. Like, I just feel like he was such a cheerleader for me. And my first wellness coach, who actually got me connected with Lindsay. And I've not had the greatest success with my primary healthcare provider and my weight loss journey. And what I mean by that is, prior to me actually jumping into any weight loss adventure, I had a physical, it may have been 2 years ago at this point, and it was a brand new primary healthcare provider at that point, and she mentioned I should lose weight, which is, I guess, whenever a fat girl goes to the doctors, that's what you hear. But she just was like, whenever you think about food and you want to eat it, just don't. And I was like, that is very, very, very much simplifying a very, very complicated journey. So I just got a bad taste in my mouth and didn't actually see her the next time I had a physical. I ended up seeing a new woman who I might actually try and get to be my primary, because she was the one that was like, introduced me to Andrew and just had a much more like pleasant atmosphere about her and made me want to actually lose weight, whereas the other woman just made me want to eat more because of her stupid way of telling me to lose weight. So anyway, Andrew's gone, Lindsay's still around, we're back on the journey, we're having a good time, we're gonna be fabulous. Did I even tell you how much I weighed? 249 pounds. That's how much the scale said, 249 pounds. 237 pounds was where I was at before quarantine hit. So I gained about 12 pounds in 2 months. I can lose about 1 pound to 2 pounds a month, which anyway, we're on the journey. We're having a good time. What did you guys think? I don't know, probably a little all over the place, talking really fast, having too much coffee. Right? If you guys are on a journey, how did it go during quarantine? How is it going now? You guys support me so much on this journey that I want to support you guys in any way that I can. And the biggest way to do that is to leave a comment down below about your story. And then that allows not only me to join you and support you in your journey, but everyone who supports me is often down there in those comment box leaving some comments, and will hopefully make you feel better and good and fabulous and give you the support that you need. We're a team, we're a tribe, we're good, we're at it. I feel like I'm gonna cry later about Andrew. I feel like it's gonna happen. Anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.